Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao and this is One News Now. The Department of Migrant Workers has no plans of suspending the deployment of OFWs to Kuwait. This is even after a Filipino worker was brutally killed in the Gulf state recently. Mayan Los Baños with the details.
Burned and left for dead in the desert. This was the brutal fate of Julie B. Ranara, an OFW in Kuwait. With yet another tragic incident involving an OFW, Migrant Workers Secretary Toots Ople personally visited Julie B.'s family. Ople says she will see to it that justice will be served.
We condemn in the harshest words possible the commitment of this crime. Ayon sa nanay ni Julie B., yung anak niya napilitan mag-abroad para matulungan yung kanyang magulang, and also dahil maliliit pa yung mga bata. Ulirang anak, ulirang nanay si Julie B.
Based on the preliminary investigation, the 17-year-old son of Julie B.'s employer is the suspect behind her brutal killing. However, authorities are still investigating the motive behind the murder. The family has since requested for privacy as they grieve their loss.
Ayaw namin mag-speculate at ang pakiusap din ng pamilya, sana galangin yung dignidad at yung privacy ng pamilya at pati na ni Jubilee.
For now, the suspect has been taken into custody. The Philippine Embassy in Kuwait also said that a lawyer is now working on the case. The Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, or OWA, is also working on bringing home the slain OFW's body. The government will also provide burial assistance, and scholarships will be given to Julie B.'s children. This is not the first time an OFW died of brutal causes in Kuwait. In 2018, OFW Joanna de Mafelis was beaten to death and hidden inside a freezer. In 2019, Filipino migrant worker Janeline Villavende was also beaten to death by her employer. With this, Migrante Philippines says it's time to review the memorandum signed by the Philippines and the Kuwaiti government.
Ito pong mga paglabag sa karapatan ng mga migrante natin, particular yung ating mga domestic workers sa Kuwait, ay hindi isolated. Marami talaga pong kaso ng abuso, maltrato at pambibiktima sa ating mga domestic workers ang naitatala dyan sa bansang Kuwait.
Despite the recent incident, the Department of Migrant Workers has no plans of suspending deployment to Kuwait. For now, the agency is pushing to have stricter screening for employers. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
Senators are sending their condolences to the family of Julie B. Ranara. Senate Committee on Migrant Workers Chairman Rafi Tulfo says that Ranara's death could have been avoided if potential employers were thoroughly screened. Senator Risa Ontiveros is calling on the Department of Migrant Workers and other concerned government agencies to fortify safeguards for OFWs in Kuwait. For his part, Senator Robin Hood Padilla is appealing to Filipinos not to equate violence to the Islam faith, adding that Ranara's killing is not the work of a real Muslim. Senators Jinggoy Estrada and Joel Villanueva, on the other hand, are calling on the DMW to reconsider a deployment ban to Kuwait. And one group is calling for permanent reforms after the brutal killing of Julie B. Ranara in Kuwait. In an interview with the chiefs, Migrante Philippines Chairman Arman Hernando noted that the bilateral labor agreement between the Philippines and Kuwait has already expired. Instead of revisiting the deal, Hernando suggested that the Philippine government focus on cracking down on recruitment agencies that sign up OFWs with cruel employers.
Memorandum of Understanding between the Philippine government and the government of Kuwait pagkatapos ng pagkamatay ni Joanna de Mafelis noong 2018. 4 years lang ang effectivity, so supposedly expired na siya last year. Kaya tinitignan namin nag-negotiate ba ng terms ang Kuwait at ang Pilipinas.
Time for a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here. watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Philippine Ambassador to the United States, Babes Romualdez, expressed concern over the recent mass shooting in California, which claimed the life of a Filipino. The victim was identified as Valentino Alvarez, 68 years old, and a United States citizen of Filipino descent. At least 11 people were killed in the weekend carnage that happened during Lunar New Year festivities in Monterey Park. The Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles is coordinating with U.S. authorities to get updates on the case.
We're really very concerned about it because hindi lang naman Pilipinong natatamaan, maraming namamatay na mga kaibigan ng mga ating mga kababayan rin. So we're really, you know, it's something that it can happen to anyone. You know, it's very unfortunate that it continues to happen in the United States. But I'm sure the authorities are doing whatever they can to prevent something like that too. But it's really very sad to hear this, of course.
And still in the Bay Area in California, and just days after the Monterey Park murders, 7 people were killed in another mass shooting at 2 locations in the coastal city of Half Moon Bay. Officials said that one suspect in the attack was arrested after driving to a police parking lot, apparently attempting to turn himself in. Authorities have yet to determine the motive for both shootings, though preliminary evidence indicates that the massacre near San Francisco was a case of workplace violence. The suspects in both attacks were found to be of retirement age. Following the back-to-back shootings, U.S. President Joe Biden once again called for a ban on assault weapons.
What's happened in California and what's happened to the Asian American community has been devastating. And yesterday, my buddy Dianne Feinstein introduced her Senate assault weapons ban. I am asking you all to send that to my desk as quickly as you can.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Jacinda Ardern made her final public appearance as New Zealand's Prime Minister on Tuesday. Ardern said that she will miss the people the most, calling them the joy of the job. Labour Party lawmakers voted unanimously for Chris Hipkins to take over as Prime Minister. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines confirms that a Cessna plane has gone missing after it took off from the Kawayan Airport in Isabela on Tuesday afternoon. The missing plane has 6 people on board, including the pilot. The CAAP says a full-scale search and rescue is ongoing. The Supreme Court affirms the conviction of a teacher who stuffed trash in the mouths of her students during class. Melanie Garin has been found guilty of child abuse. The High Tribunal sentenced her up to 6 years in prison. And our very own Dolly De Leon got snubbed at this year's Oscars, which could have been a first for a Filipino actor. Despite acclaim from critics and audiences, Dolly did not get an Academy nom for Best Supporting Actress. Instead, making it to the shortlist are Angela Bassett, Hong Chau, Carrie Condon, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Stephanie Su. Still, the Triangle of Sadness breakthrough star won the Best Female Actor in a Supporting Role over at the Goldbug Awards, that is Sweden's equivalent of the Academy Awards. Dolly also remains in the running for a British Academy Film Award under the same category. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.